If it has four wheels and you race it, we develop suspension packages for it. RE Suspension is a full-service suspension company that sells, services, and develops shock packages for every venue of motorsports. You can buy shocks, you can buy springs, you can buy all the parts and pieces anywhere. But what we try to do here at RE Suspension is sell you the complete package.
We knew that we needed something that's beyond the normal racer's ability to really help them with the shock absorbers. So we tailored it to try to help the racers with their dampening and shock absorbers, and as it evolved over the years, we added the spring and suspension part of it more and more.
Whether it's here at our headquarters in Mooresville or at the track, we can develop shock packages that are specific to your race car at the track you're racing at. Week in and week out, we're there for our racers.
RE Suspension is dedicated to try to take care of the customers. That is our main goal, is to watch out and try to make sure that they are able to go to the racetrack every weekend and be competitive and have fun. Not look at it as a job. We actually try to have fun at our job.
All of us here at RE Suspension, myself included, have a passion for racing. That's why we're all here. That's what brought us all together, is the passion for racing. You know, we've all have a experience in a variety of motorsports, whether it's dirt or asphalt, but we all share that passion here, and you know, that's what makes that's another advantage to our company here.
We take the time to make sure the customer gets what they need, whether it be a shock or a spring or any other piece they're bolting onto their race car. We take the time to make sure it's right.
A lot of it comes down to who's putting your dampers together, who's putting your package together. With the amount of experience that we have here at the shop, a lot of knowledge goes into building a package for whatever kind of car that you're racing. We manufacture a lot of our own pieces. For example, the bump stop, we're really the leader in bump stop technology. We design, develop our own bump stops. We're always changing, always looking for new materials, for new avenues to go down the bump stop market. That really sets us apart from everybody else that's out there. You know, we're always on top of it, not just selling something that somebody else has got or what some other company has designed. We're taking that all in-house and using the data that we gather from our racers to help better our product.
I'd say what sets RE Suspension apart from other companies is just our group of people. We got a great group of guys here that all have knowledge in all forms of racing.
One of the best things about RE Suspension is our staff. We have over probably 50 years of experience with all of our guys.
All of that, being here that long, all the knowledge we have transfers down to those people that work here, so that just makes us easier to cover more and more customers with a lot of experience.
So everybody here has been in the racing business pretty much their whole lives, so you know, that experience combined with the technology that we have available to us makes us one of the best choices for your suspension needs.
Here at RE Suspension, our level of equipment is beyond reproach. We're very tight with Rohrig Engineering, and we always are kept current with the latest machines, the latest software, the most current applications for shock absorber technology.
We have two EMA dynos that allow us to run any type of waveform. So when people have track data, we can run that back here at the shop and see what their dampers are doing. We also have a 10-horse dyno that allows us to run some really strong shocks for like our Talladega, Daytona type cars, and keep those guys, you know, at the front of the pack. We also have an advanced spring rater, which allows us to dyno all of our bump stops and springs, and it's a very accurate machine. We have a lot of teams that bring all their springs to us to have rated at the end of every season to make sure everything's good for next year, or if they end up in a crash or whatever, we can test their stuff to make sure it's still up to par.
Being located here in Race City, USA, is a definite advantage for us, particularly through NASCAR. You know, so many of those teams they're basically all located here. And every time a new rule comes out, all of their engineers are pushing us to the limit to get a better jump on spring changes or dampener changes or shock changes or innovative things. And so indirectly we get the resource of all the engineering departments of all the teams and everything. So a lot of that really makes us accelerate what we do.
We've created our own line of springs to wedge in between the rules of what their rule book said they could run, and pretty much taken over that part of the market. We're always looking for the technical advantage, and where we see one, we jump on it.
Being a former dirt track driver myself, you know, it helps as far as being able to tune on our customers' suspension as well. You know, being able to relate to what they say when they feel a certain way behind the wheel, or you know, come into the pits and describe a certain condition with their race car to their crew chief. You know, being a former driver really helps be able to communicate that well with the customer.
Dirt cars, they're really cool to work with because they have no rules whatsoever, and it gave us the opportunity to try a lot of stuff that we had in our mind that would be neat to try but couldn't because of the rules. Gave us that opportunity to grow our knowledge base here at the shop with the dirt cars. Since then, our dirt customers, we've got dirt customers from Florida to Maine all the way out to California and Washington. They're all across the nation.
We try to help guys in series such as SCCA, NASA, Trans Am, all the different types of road racing series. We want to be there to help our guys.
Road racing is really close to my heart because I grew up in it, and that's what I've always loved down deep. That drove us 6 or 7 years ago to start get back into the road racing market. Again, pulling off the knowledge that I have and the 40-some years of knowledge that my dad had road racing back in the Trans Am series, really led us to develop that market and get deeper in it. And since then, the last couple years, our road racing business has exploded.
What we try to do here at RE Suspension is try to take care of the customers, help them get better at the racetracks. When we get the time, we go to the racetracks and try to help these guys out, watching them, give them advice, show them what we can help them with, and just try to make them where they can be more competitive and win races.
I think one of the things that our guys, our shock technicians, enjoy the most is being able to get out to the racetrack every weekend. We try and schedule our service trailer for as many races as we can during the year. Logistically, obviously, we can't be at every race in every state, but we try and cover the Southeast pretty well, whether we're going to a dirt late model race, whether we're going to a Pro Cup race, or whether we're going to a road race. Our trailer is fully equipped with parts, with we've got dynos, we've got a spring raider, anything that the guys need at the track that they don't realize when they're leaving the shop that they're going to need, we can help them with that, and we can do it right there on site. And our guys love getting out to the racetrack.
So we saw the need for different parts while we're at the racetrack, and that spurred Jason to, you know, start developing our own bump stop spacers, packers, even our own tools. We developed a spring compressor and many wrenches to service the shocks, to remove end eyes, just stuff that we saw guys using incorrect tools for a certain job, so we made job-specific tools just to make life easier and not ruin parts using the wrong tool.
We've made our website more than just retail. It's really just a forum of knowledge for our racers. There are technical downloads, there are graphs for bump stops, there are how-to videos on how to use the EMA or how to take apart a shock. There's all kinds of information that a first-time racer or an experienced racer can really get out of our website. So we spent a lot of time developing it and trying to make it a tool that any of our guys would want to use. And we know if they find it useful, that all of our racers will find it useful as well.
One of the great things here at RE Suspension that I think that's missed by a lot of racers is because of the fact that we do so many types of motorsports, because we do dirt racing, because we do road racing, because we do circle track racing. What's really great about that is we can take everything that we learn from those three venues and start to cross over. So, you know, stuff that we learn with dirt racing can cross over into road racing, or some tricks and tips, or the hot setup that we learn in road racing, it may be able to carry over into circle track racing. So the fact that we have so many avenues to pull from sets us above all of our competition when we're putting together our damper packages.
I think the advantage for racers that use RE suspension, the number one biggest advantage is they're not going to get snookered by some smoke and mirror product or service that they don't need. We work very, very hard to try to take care of the racer, get them what they need, and make them go faster.